तिचा 04 होता का तर माझं Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to check that my voice is audible and screen are visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So, yesterday we are discussed the basic structure regarding HTML, and today I hope I will complete that all the tags from HTML with attributes. So, when we write HTML, we have one tag. That tag name is body, and the body tag we are used to add the content which is designed for viewing by human eyes. So it's include text, images, tables, forms. So how we can add headings to your web page? To add headings, we are write H1 tag to H6 tag. So to heading for the elements implement 6 levels of document heading. That's start from H1 and it's end to H6. It's a pair tag. That means once you are open that tag, you must be closed. And those tags are useful for heading section. So let's see how we can write that things. So here we are use H1. That's H2. That's H3. It's opening tag and closing tag is there for H3. That's H3. That's H4, H5, and last one is H6 is there. आणि जर ह्याचं आउटपुट तुम्हाला बघायचं असेल तर मी इथे रिफ्रेश करतो पेज माझं आणि हे बघा H1 पासून जे आपण हेडिंग टॅग लावतोय H6 पर्यंत तर फॉन्टच्या साईज मध्ये फरक होत जातो राईट. आता इथे मी अजून एक टॅग घेतलाय पॅराग्राफ टॅग. म्हणजे जेव्हा पण आपल्याला पॅराग्राफ डिस्प्ले करायचे असतात तेव्हा आपण हा पॅराग्राफ टॅग वापरतो. हा सुद्धा ओपनिंग आणि क्लोजिंग मध्ये आहे. याच्यामध्ये मी माहिती एक टेक्स्ट तयार केलंय. जे टेक्स्ट आहे की ही वेबसाईट आहे आणि इथे तुम्हाला HTML5 बद्दल माहिती मिळते. पण HTML5 आपल्या पेजवर दिसत नाहीये. तेव्हा जर तुम्ही चेक केलात आपल्या पेजवर HTML5 दिसत नाहीये. का दिसत नाहीये? तर मी हे टॅगमध्ये लावलेलं आहे. जर मी टॅगच्या बाहेर काढला म्हणजे अ, टॅगच्या बाहेर काढला तो, तर तुम्हाला तो व्हिजिबल होईल. दॅट्स HTML5 बद्दल माहिती मिळेल. After that, there are header tag. The header element represent group of introductory or navigation ads. It may contain some heading elements, but also other elements like logo, wrapper section, header, search from. After that, there are one another important, that's hyperlink. So HTML anchor tag we are used for hyperlink purpose. And let's see how we can use that hyperlink tag. Okay. So here I'm going to write hyperlink tag. It's an anchor tag. And within that hyperlink, it's opening and closing. Within that hyperlink, we have href attribute. That attribute holding the absolute path where we need to redirect our page. So I want to redirect on google.com. Okay. So visit Google. So when I click, it will be visit google.com. So that's the anchor tag. What it's called? Anchor tag. After anchor tag, we have another tag, that's image. Maximum time we are use that image tag. So that's the image tag. So the image tag are useful to represent a image. And how we can represent that things? Let's see. IMG. That's the image tag. It's holding the attribute SRC. SRC for that source, image source, we are given image source. That's absolute path of image source. After that, if image are not load, then alternate text we need to display. And that image we want to affix with the width and height, then we can use a width and height attribute. So I'm going to set one simple image here. Okay, and that image I will use here. And when I refresh, that image are visible there. To manipulate or to modify a text data with clear visual views, we have number of key elements. That key elements we are going to discuss. The first one is a B. The B is stand for bold. So when we want to highlight important information, then we can write it with a B tag. So it's okay. After that, there are one another tag. That tag is name is a strong. Uh, it's similar to bold to highlight key text. It's similar to bold to highlight key text. After that, we have a italic mark. That means uh, to denote italic text, we use the I tag. The emphasis text for that purpose, we usually use that EM tag. If you want to underline text, then we can use U tag. After that, if you want to small text, that means to shrink the text, then we can use a small tag. If you want to use a mark text that highlight the background of text, then we can use a mark tag. Uh, to place horizontal line across the text, we are use a strike tag. If you want to make your text as a subscript text, that's a typographical stylistic choice, then you can use a sub tag. If you want to make it superscript, then you can use a sub tag. So that's tags we are use when we want to modified and control the text or make it appear in a certain way. So that's key element we are used there. If you want, to make a break that line, then there are only one opening tag is there, that is a BR. So it's a break current line. It's a break current line. Okay. Most of time when we are write any web page, we require to a list. That list have a different types. That means there are order list are there are unordered list are there are definition list are there. So let's see how we can use that things. So here I'm going to use first order list. So what is the order list? When you want to display a list for the item, and for that things, if you want to use any numbering system. Okay, so I need to create a list with a specific order. Then I'm use the order list. It's a OL tag, start OL tag, and end OL tag. Within that order list, we have a order. That means the items we have. That item we can declare using li tag. Using li tag. So it's a display the order list. It's a display the order list. There are unordered list also available. That means it's a second type of list that you may wish to include is an unordered list. This is a better known as bullet point list to contains no numbers. So that things we can declare using the UL tag, and within that UL open and close, we have the list, the UL list. And it's for unordered list, and it's represent the bullet point. After that the tables are most important. So how to add table and what is the table? To represent your data with uh, table structure, we are use a table tag, and for that reason we are use table tag, The table also open and closing tag. Okay, look here. Within that table, we are set table border. That table border is 1. Within that table, we have table row. That's called table row. So first table row holding 2 header stack. That's called TH. It's a represent table header. So it's a represent table header. After closing that TR, which is holding TH, I start one another TR. It's a table row, and that table row holding table data. That means a cell from that table. So here we are create one table. That's a simple table which are holding the header, 2 columns. That's a 2 column the header, and rows. There are 2 rows. So that's a simple table. That table tags have multiple. That means there are multiple elements within a table tags. That means th head is there. Th head, it's useful for table head. It's a top of a table. T body is there. That means content of the table. T foot is there. It's a table footer. And th represent table header. Th represent table header. So we can write accordingly. So just remove. So here, what I want, table head, th head. Okay, so that's a table head, and table head are closed there. Okay. After that, table body will be start, and table body are closed here. After that, we require table footer. After that, we require table footer. So that table footer, I'm going to add here. After close table body, I'm going to add table footer. Okay. So within the table footer, we use one attribute, that's a call span. So it's a merge 3 columns. Like a call span, there are row span also available. That attribute merge 3 rows. Let's check output. After that, after that, we have tag. That tag name is division tag. That's important. So how we can use division tag, and what is the division tag? The division elements define an arbitrary block of the content which can be placed and style as a single unit. So for that reason, we are use a division. So DIV. The closed. So we are group our content here within a division block. Division can be nested. Division can be nested. Within that division, it is a possible that we can use a navigation tag using nav. That nav tag we are use that means we are used for purpose to set menus of our web page. Here now close. We can set that tag at the top of our website. So it's a display the menus. Okay. After that, we have a footer tag. The footer tag are display the footer information. So it's showing a footer information. Let's close footer tag. And it's display the footer information. Okay, so that's the basic things from HTML. After that, we have another tag that's the tag name is the form tag. That's also most important when we are developing any web page. So the HTML form elements represent document section that contains interactive controls to submit information to a web server. It is possible to use uh, validator there for form elements. So let's see how we can use a form tag. So here after table, I'm going to use a form tag. So it's a form. Okay, look here. Form tag is also within a with a pair. That means open and close form is the tag is there. Within that form, we have a label. The label represent text input label. After that, we have input tag. So input tag have number of types. That types is, look here, button type is there, checkbox is there, color palette is there, date palette is there, email is there. If you want to insert a file, then upload file is there. The hidden type is there when we want to server side rendering with Ajax. Then hidden type is required there. The month number type is there. So here we have number of types, and here we are using text type. After that, ID, the ID attribute required to get that input at for a backend code. So ID is there. The name tag is there. To identify a particular input type, we have a name tag. After that, to validate that tag, we have required. That means that input is mandatory to insert a data. That's a required. And when we are write it's a required, then it's a mandatory to write that input in a form. The BR tag we are used for break a line. After that, email, to get email from user, we are use input type email. To submit that form, we have one input and type is a submit. Type is a submit, and value is there are some specific value. So here, if you want to submit a form at your backend code, then we are use action. Action, that action is where we want to send that form data. So within action, we maximally we are write our URL. That's a controller URL. We are write controller URL. And after that, according to that controller URL, whatever method we are used there at backend, that method we are used, that's a HTTP method. It's a post, get, put, or delete. So that's the most basic things from HTML. After that, there are another important tag which we need to discuss. That's iframe. What is the iframe tag? When we want to insert some specific external frame within our website, then we are using that iframe tag. Suppose I have one website. That website is google.com. I want to display it within my own website. So that's why I use iframe. SRC, which destination you want to include within your page, the width and height for that particular frame, and the title. So when I execute, look here, it's a display one another page within my frame, within my frame. So that iframe we are used for that purpose, but maximum time when we are use iframe, we can insert the Google Map. I just say a map, Google Map, that Vitthal Mandir, Pandharpur. Look, that's a real-time example for iframe. So it's a display the real view of map. Okay, so I cover the all important tags from HTML. That's the important tags from HTML. There are number of tags we have within HTML, but whatever tags I'm used here, that's a frequently used to create any website. So let's start question answering. Okay, Tanish are asking how to type in Marathi. To type Marathi, you need to use one tool. That tool name is Google Input Tool, or otherwise, look here. Within your operating system, there are keyboard settings are there. Within that keyboard settings, if you select a language, that language is a Marathi, then of course it is possible to write Marathi also. The next question. Yes, we can change it. But to change that color for highlight text using mark, we required a style. That's a CSS. Then we can change it. Okay, next question. What is it? I and EM. Look here, both I and EM tags are used to styling text. I is used for italic text output, and an EM tag is a emphasize text. That purpose is used to emphasize important or a stress in text. That's carries a semantic meaning. Screen readers will often read the text with emphasis. That means if I say that means you must complete the assignment before a Friday. Then that must I can write with emphasis tag, with the EM tag. So the I are used for style for italic. The EM, the style is italic, but purpose are different. I use for visualize styling, and EM useful for emphasis. That means importance and stress. When we are use I, there are no semantic emphasis, but when we are use EM, has a semantic emphasis. Its accessibility is what um, emphasize for screen readers, and for I, it's no emphasize for screen readers. That's only a difference. Super and sub. That means what? Did you know superscript? When we want to write some text at the upper side of our text, then it's called superscript. When we are write a text at lower side of our content or text, then it's called subscript. For example, where we are use it. Okay, it's not affected there. So we can make it for affect. Look here. That's the superscript and subscript. Now you are visually check what's the superscript and what's the subscript. What's the next question? Table. So it's regarding border, where we are right table. It's a downside. If you want to change the things of table, then you can use um, the attribute. That attributes are a border. If you want to use a border type, that's a solid. Solid. But I don't want to use any style right now. I can use only border solid. Solid strong. Okay, so that's the way to change the border without CSS. Okay. After that, what's the next question? Uh, that's a table tag, double line. Look here. To make a stylish table, you require CSS, and we are write only HTML. And within that HTML attribute, what the things we can write, it's a simple thing. So if you want to a stylish border, then you required to write a CSS. If you want to a single line border, then it's a single line border, right? Then just you need to add one another attribute, that's a cell spacing. Cell spacing, it's a 0. Then it's a single line attribute. That's a single line. That's a single line. Okay. After that, what's the next question? Okay. iframe. iframe is a tag. That tag we are used to insert some external resources. That means external page within our web page. Then we are use iframe. Maximally iframe we are used for to display the map. And here I use the iframe to display the map. And that's the syntax which we are used to display map. That's so it's a holding the attribute width, height, style. That's a style holding border style. And it's allowing full screen. That's a it's a false. Loading lazy, refer policy. That all attributes we are used here for iframe. Next question. Uh, Within a table, we are use to represent table row, we are use a tr tag. And within a table row, to split a table data according to column, we are use a td tag. To change bullet from UL, you can use a CSS. That's effective. That's effective when we are user CS. Then that bullet type is a change. Or let's check that type is useful there still now. Let's check. Well, uh, if I want to make it a circle or square, so type, not a disk, it's a square. Okay, let's check. Yes, it's effective right now also. So we are change our bullet. That's a square using type attribute. Same thing if you want to change a number. That means 1, 2, 3. Instead that I want A, B, C. Then I can use type instead 1. What I can use A. So it's a start from A. So I hope that's you are understand that things how we can make a styling using HTML. What's the next question? Okay. Is any other questions? I answer that all questions. Did you understand that things? Do you have any other questions? Yes, of course. Check that code on your side. And still, if you have any question, please ask me. To make modern and responsive website, we required CSS. And without CSS, our website is not attractive. It's not make attractive without CSS. So is any question regarding that web page? So we are cover most basic tags. That tags are frequently used when we are create any type of website. Students, if you're not have any question, then we can move. I already explained that what's the difference between TR and TD. What is the TR? TR represent table row. Within a table row, we have number of columns, right? Within a table, we have number of columns. And from that table row, we need to split that columns data. So that's why we need to write table data. So table data actually represents cell and table TR represent table row. So that's the difference between TR and TD. Is any other question? Not right now. The assignment question I will provide after 2 days, because within 2 days we can cover CSS. So once we are cover a CSS, then it is possible to make our website more attractive. And without that attractiveness and responsive things, the pure HTML, it's not that much uh, designful. So pure HTML, it's only for purpose to display information using web page. To make it attractive and more responsive things, we required CSS. So after completing a CSS, I will give you assignments. Okay, students. So today we are completed HTML part, and tomorrow we will start CSS and JS. So please stay there. I'm going to take your attendance. Okay. So with that remaining 1 hour, you can create one structure. That structure are helpful to us to make attractive. So that structure holding uh, so that's the question. Yes, yesterday's lecture I already share on Drive, and today's also I will store on Drive. So that's the question for you. You can create your resume information. That's a basic structure, and tomorrow we will see how we can make it attractive using CSS. So please stay there. I'm going to take attendance. Okay. So students, your attendance is done. So I'm going to end this meeting here. So thank you very much to attend today's class. See you tomorrow. And tomorrow we are going to start CSS, and after that we are start JS. And JS is the important part to write any kind of views. So we are start tomorrow CSS. Thank you very much for attending today's class. If you have any question regarding HTML, please ask me. Still, if you have any question regarding HTML, please ask me. Okay. To write the comments within HTML, look here. I'm going to write a comment within HTML. So it's a HTML comment. If you want to make it multi-line, then you can insert multiple lines. So that's a comment. So that's a comment within HTML. Is any other question? Yes, of course. But when we are end a meeting on that time only, it's store on cloud. It's not possible to send that lecture within a meeting. So once I'm end my session, so after that I will upload that video on Drive. So hope you have that both links, right? It's the tag here. So first link are full. You can start from second. So yesterday it's a lecture already uploaded there. So students, thank you very much for attending today's class. I'm going to share today's lecture on our cloud. That's on G Drive. You can, if you have any doubt, you can ask. If you are not have any doubt, then I can leave that meeting and end that meeting here. So see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to learn CSS.